Hello, this is VPM's presentation on PTSD Busters. We are seeking $5 million in seed funding. I'll begin this presentation with our vision that understanding PTSD problems doesn't make successful entrepreneurs. Solving them profitably does. We explain that PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder, and it's a mental health condition that can develop after experiencing a traumatic event. Our mission is to reduce PTSD's debilitating effects using unique RPG and immersive graphic novels involving psionics. The problem with PTSD is essentially anxiety and depression, and it's a mental health problem that is waiting to be solved, and it is on the rise around the world. As you can see, PTSD is expected to continue to rise, regardless of where you live in the world. We can see the prevalence of PTSD. In particular, in America, 5% of Americans have PTSD at any given moment. Its causes are myriad. This PTSD may be caused by soldiers experiencing combat exhaustion. We can't overlook the brutality of the Russian war in Ukraine and the mark that it leaves upon its citizens and soldiers and first-time responders. The Chinese threats towards Taiwan and its Pacific neighbors further exacerbate the anxieties attributed to PTSD. We can't rule out climate change and natural disasters either, such as forest fires, hurricanes, and earthquakes. As well, famine can be directly linked to climate change. The refugee crisis, violent drug wars, and mass shootings in schools, offices, and places where families shop. These can all contribute to PTSD. Furthermore, female rape, menopause, and postpartum depression are also equally potentially PTSD problems. Now it's really time to think about solutions. We've seen that veterans have benefited from video gaming and virtual reality for some time now. And VPM offers solutions to PTSD, drawing upon a vast library of existing titles, of course, both physical and digital assets. The company is already selling ebooks, audiobooks, paperbacks, online courses, online lectures, a club, and video courses, and much more. Of course, future projects and future products we are aiming to develop into augmented reality for relieving stress and anxiety. Essentially, VPM's vast library of psionic content, which is itself already very unique, will be employed to ease the discomfort and reduce the suffering of PTSD victims. VPM solutions also include the existing Verloc content will be exclusively VPM's content, and that is putting us ahead of the competition in order to dominate a very selective PTSD markets. 10 or 20 years ago, software was eating the world. Today, content is eating the world, and video is king. PTSD mental health platform, guided by our avatar, our Dr. Von Verloc, also known as VPM's resident psychic, will make the big difference in the delivery of content in many new ways. As content is eating the world, there are more ways that we can introduce content and immerse our clients in this content, the better. VPM solutions may include AI-enhanced customer interaction, of course boosted by modern marvels of technology such as ChatGPT and Bard AI. Now, looking at the market size of role-playing games, you can see that it's relatively small within this metaverse, the metaverse being at $8 trillion, and video games coming into play at $160 billion. Where we're looking at to enter is in the RPG spectrum at about $76 billion, which is why it is important that we seize the moment in the mental health software market, currently at 4.5 billion, and as we can see, its value is expected to go up to about $18 billion. The market size for PTSD is pretty big, 16 billion in treatment, software 4 billion, and where we're planning to come in with our service is at about 2.5 billion. Competition is very important. We are not competing, by the way, with pharmaceutical, big pharma, or offering any kind of antidepressants or anti-anxiety or any kind of drugs to deal with psychological problems. Also, we are not competing with the mainstream gaming industry as far as PTSD goes. They are already a mile wide and an inch deep. Many of the competing apps, however, focus only on support information, PTSD coaching and mindfulness coaching and so on. Furthermore, other competing apps focus only on treatment information. We plan to go much further than this. VPM will do what nobody else does, which is we accomplish this by turning subscription cost into profit centers by distributing 10% of all gross revenues to our subscribers of record. Now, we already have a great team in the making. And our president and CEO is known as Tom Verloc, a pioneer in the field of psionics, YouTube personality, a great podcaster, and author of many titles in books, audiobooks, and video courses, and widely known throughout the internet. Our chief creative officer is the driving force behind our stunning graphics and marvelous websites. Our co-CEO and chairman of advisory board has financed over $1 billion of renewable energy projects in the past. He's a 30-year applied AI veteran and multiple IPO exits in the stock exchange. Revenue streams will include mobile gaming, cloud computing, merchandising and advertising. Not only that, we'll be looking into intermediaries such as literature, film, and media agents. Customer acquisition cost would be about $3. The lifetime value of these customers would be about $300, and the ratio between them is 100, which is pretty good. There are many questions that we'll keep in mind and continue to ask ourselves. These will be: how big is the problem today with PTSD? How big is the market today? How to make money today? Going on, how much can we make today? Who buys our products today? How can they pay today? How profitably can we scale up? How can newcomers sell? How can we better compete? And these are questions that we will continue to ask. Our financial projections, as you can see, within the first couple of years, the company will be losing money. But profitability will be reached by the third year, and then, of course, increase furthermore in the fourth year, and so on. Our key revenue sources are many, whether we're talking about subscribers, which is significant, and we have looking at a conversion rate of 2%, and paid subscribers. And of course, we will also be looking at research and development grants and continuing to pursue building this company into a very great success. The seed financing round, of course, we're asking for $5 million. We're primarily targeting venture capital, corporate venture capital, and of course, venture studios. The seed funds will be used to demonstrate our fit in the market and profitability. As a stepping stone towards Series A to take place after reaching 10,000 paying subscribers. Thank you. Give us an offer describing how much you plan to invest and at what valuation. Our contact information is provided for you on the screen, and we look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.